Hey, Railbirds, Kevin here. All right, here we are at the 2023 Derby City Classic 9-ball division. We got a good match for you guys here. We have Anton the Dragon Raga from Philippines versus Pijus Labutis from Lithuania. This is a round 5 match. Neither player has a loss. I'm being joined by Mark White. Thanks for joining us, Mark. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I thought you was going to forget my name for a second there, but it came up on the screen just at the right time to remind you. So thanks for that.
You know all my secrets now.
Yeah, looking forward to this. Lithuania against the Philippines, of course, and both born in 1997. Out of interest, 25 years old, both of them at the moment of playing this.
Couple of young guns.
Yeah, well, when you think players like Fedor Gorst and what he's achieved at such a young age, I think he's 22, isn't he?
Ah, so these are the old men.
These are the old ones.
All right, the Dragon with the break. Goes for not a very hard break. He's going for kind of a softer, a more controlled break.
Yeah, I think he might be playing the 3-ball combo here. Looks pretty unmissable to me. And Anton Raga, incidentally, is regarded as the best player in the Philippines at the moment. So that will tell you something about
That's pretty
how
strong.
they think of him. Yeah, and he's got a pretty strong Fargo as well, hasn't he? 8-19, and he hasn't really played in too many big tournaments because he's only sort of just started travelling. I know he had visa issues and stuff like that for a couple of years, so hasn't really done too much travelling. So watch out.
So
Pierce is, well, he's all over the place. He goes in just about everything. He's been on road trips around the States with fellow Europeans. Very serious about his game. Very serious character as well. Very intense from Vilnius, the capital of Lithuania.
So before he even shot the 1-ball, he was looking at that 4-ball, trying to figure out what he's going to do with it. I believe his plan was to play the 4-7 billiard.
Yeah, just draw straight back off this. And as you mentioned, 4-7 is now looking, I wouldn't say unmissable, but
Very
I
achievable.
reckon even you would get this one, Kevin.
Wow, that must be unmissable then.
There should be no problem for position on it afterwards. Into that top left as we look now. Just want to hit it hard. Well, he did hit it hard. Obviously couldn't hold it, so this is a little bit tricky. And that 6-ball looms large as well.
Taking
Surprising
up a lot
how only 1 ball. Yeah.
Yeah, that 6 is taking up a lot of valuable real estate out there.
How many times do we think, oh, it's okay though, it's only 2¼ inches, however big a ball is, and it seems to be much bigger, triple that size. He's okay though, played it well, but unfortunately he's missed the 4-ball. Can you believe it? Well, you know, it wasn't a gimme, was it? He didn't really play a good positional shot to that 4, and that was the problem with with the carom that he played onto the 7-ball, but no jump cues allowed. Only with your playing cue you're allowed to jump. So 1 rail kick. Should get close with this though, he is a Filipino. Good safety. Wow, I say good safety, he's underhit that really. Misjudged it.
It's going to give Pijus another shot at this 4. Chance to redeem himself. This, of course, a much easier shot than the one he missed.
Whoa. Nicely done. So just kill the cue ball. Oh, doesn't want to kill it. Wants to get as close as he can to it. Nothing wrong with that.
Pijus drawing first blood. 1-0 in this race to 9.
Yeah, rack your own, and we're using the Outsfield AccuRack. Winner breaks. Well, actually, it's not necessarily winner breaks, is it, Kevin? I'll allow you to explain that funny little rule.
Yeah, well, yeah, Derby's got a few funny little rules. One of them being it is winner option, not winner break, but it's almost always winner break because most people won't opt to let their opponent break. But I have seen it happen. So it's not always winner break. It is winner option. Speaking of breaking, we are breaking from the break box. Maybe not the more traditional break box, but in this case the break box is between the first and third diamonds along the head string. So maybe a little bit bigger than your traditional break box. We are racking with the 9-ball on the spot. The rest of the, 1 in the front, 9 in the middle, the rest of the rack at random. No pattern racking allowed. Except for the 2-ball. The 2-ball is not allowed to be racked at the back of the rack. You can rack it anywhere you want except at the back, or the front, or the middle. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Glad somebody does. Dry break for Pijus. Brings Anton to the table with a nice look at this one. Should be pretty easy position to the 2. And from there, he should be off to the races.
He picked up the template rack and couldn't even be bothered to put it up on the rowler. He's just slid it along to the...
It's so heavy.
Oh.
Well, he used all of that pocket.
Yeah, I think he was trying... That's exactly how he played it, He was just trying to disturb that 6-2, but he's gone a little bit wrong. He's going to have to use the extension on his cue. He's not the tallest of guys. Certainly a talent, though. Get the bridge out, Anton. It's like they just don't want to touch that bridge. It's like a red hot handle or something. Just don't want to touch it. There, that wasn't so bad, was it? Played it perfectly.
That's nice cue ball. Nice shot. Well, with a Frogger rate of 819, I'd expect nothing less. Perfect angle to come one rail out for the 5.
Yeah, again, hit that a little bit thick, which meant the cue ball didn't come back into the centre of the table as far as he wanted. That's nicely done. And just roll this into the side. Cue ball automatically going towards a 7. Yeah, maybe slightly more angle than he wanted actually, so he might draw onto the rail and out. Yeah, nicely done.
Wow, how's that for position? Well, maybe overrolled it a ½ inch.
Yeah, he was there before the ball got there, wasn't he? Waiting for it. Very entertaining player to watch. Levels it up. 1-1.
While we're waiting for him to rack, that'd be the perfect time for you to hit that thumbs up and give us a subscribe if you are so inclined. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, it's got a nice little fact for you actually. Efrem Reyes, fellow countryman of Anton Raga, actually holds the record for winning the Derby City Classic the most times. He's won 8 titles, including 5 Master of the Tables. He also holds the record for the most consecutive wins, 4 in a row, 2004, 5, 6 and 2007. And he's the oldest player also to ever have won the tournament at age 59 at the time. So there you go, there's some more little fun facts for you about the Derby City Classic, which is, well, it's not called a classic for nothing. It is a classic. It's a very, very big part of the pool calendar. So he's happy. Let's see if he can make a ball.
It's a contrast in styles compared to the match we did the other day, where both players were running around the table like they were both in a speed pool match. Speaking of Ruben Batista and Adam Wheeler.
A very measured approach, hasn't he? Does everything in a certain way, won't be hurried. Yeah, that's just how he works.
Yeah, that's both players.
Tricky little shot here. One ball just going a little bit high. Did make another one though. even if that was a foul, it wasn't a foul. Please explain, Kevin.
Yeah, regarding fouls, yeah, we are not playing foul on all balls. So touching the ball is not a foul. I mean, not counting removing of the AccuRack. That's trouble.
That's a foul.
That is most definitely a foul.
Yeah, he got a little bit angry with himself there.
Yeah, he was. So as I was saying, yeah, Derby City and a lot of pool tournaments in the U.S. that aren't refereed. Yeah, we don't play foul on all balls. You can accidentally, keyword being accident, touch a ball, and it wouldn't be a foul as long as you only touch one ball. If you move two balls, and it's a ball in hand foul, but one ball, not a foul. Your opponent has the option to put it back or leave it where it is, and then you just keep shooting. Which seems to come as a bit of a surprise to a lot of viewers from other parts of the world where it's kind of common practice to just always play foul on all balls.
Yeah, we certainly play all ball fouls in most of Europe, I know. Short of pace.
Yeah, it came up a hair short. It's going to have to do something a little extra with this cue ball. Not a problem, though. He handles it. Does cause him to leave a little more distance on the 8. Had he been on the right side of the 7, he would have been nice. He could have got nice and close to the 8. Now, his position from the 8 to the 9 isn't quite as easy when you leave yourself this much distance. You don't have quite the same feel as you do when you're close.
Yeah, I like the way he played that, though. Didn't take any risks trying to hold it. Still wanted to play a full stroke on it. Played it well.
You see the nice run out there from Anton's scratch. Regains the lead, 2-1 in this race to 9.
Yeah, Anton showed he was a little bit angry at that, and so he should be. I mean, you should never be scratching from that kind of shot. And he had a good chance there to put Pijus in a lot of trouble. Instead of that, gave him ball in hand, as you say, and Pijus took full advantage. And now with a 2-1 lead, how many racks will that cost Anton? That's the question.
Comes down to, is his break working or not?
You don't often see that where a player racks them himself and then goes back and gets his cue and then comes back and checks them. Does he think somebody had a little tinker with him while he was away?
Hey, I guess you can never be too careful. You never know. Got the little trolls come out of the pockets when his back was turned. He's made a ball on the break, but no real shot at the 1.
Yeah, if he's got the confidence, he might just slow roll this 1 ball to the left hand rail and bring the cue ball behind that wall of balls. The 6-2. and 4. Got to avoid the double kiss here.
Yeah, it's really hard to play a slow rolling, accurate shot the length of the table. So much so he's going to push out. Interesting. You don't normally see a player pushing out when you can see the ball. That's rare.
Yeah. Well, this next shot will tell us whether it was the right decision or not. Yeah, I don't agree with the shot that Pijus played there. That was always going to be on, and I think Pijus had that same similar shot, you know, just didn't have the confidence to play it.
I mean, he could see the one, right? He wasn't like corner hooked down here in this corner.
Having said that, this one rail kick, good things could happen here.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's just asking Anton to look at this. He might be trying to make the 8 in the side here. I think he just said to Anton, keep your eye on this one, it's going to be going close. Now here we go.
He's made them both.
Exactly. What a shot. Well worth another look, and it's exactly how he played it. His main objective was to make the 8 ball, but his bonus, he's made the 1 as well. I say bonus, he hasn't really now got a shot on the 2, so you could say it was a little bit unlucky. Terrific shot though. Oh, good effort. I think he might be Massey in this.
I just want to see it one more time.
Yeah, I think you need to start making show reels. Highlight reels, Kevin.
You might be right about that.
This is a good shot as well.
Is he going to get a shot on the 4?
Needs it to run. Oh, he's okay. Played it well.
I think he's okay. I think he can shoot the 4 on the side and have a shot on the 5.
Yeah, good quality match this, as you'd expect. 787 Fargo against an 819.
Oops, didn't mean to do that yet. Sorry about that.
You're not making your show reels already, are you? I didn't mean now, Kevin.
You gotta be more specific. Oh, where is he going with the cue ball?
Well, holds his hand up. He's had a huge slice of luck there. Play this with left hand, is he? No. Come the other way. Oh, 7 passes to 9. That's even better. this 9 ball, and we're level again. And we are 2-2.
Wonder if it's going to be like this for the whole set, trading games back and forth. It's starting out that way.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing that could happen. Both players very entertaining, don't really hang about. There you can see just how close the tables are here at the Derby City. I have to pack them in. Over 600 players signed up for this. 3 different disciplines. 9 ball, bank pool, 1 pocket. Well, actually 4 if you want to include the Bigfoot as well.
Yeah, and they're trying to figure out where they can put another 20 tables. They need more tables. They are packed. They are exploding at the seams. And they just keep on getting bigger every year.
There's more diamonds there than there are in the Netherlands. And Soho in London put together. Referring to Hatton Garden, of course, which is the Diamond District in London. I'll never forget, Kevin, the time I told my girlfriend at the time, for Valentine's Day, I said, I've got you a beautiful diamond. We've only got it for 3 hours at King's Cross pool room. She wasn't happy. I never saw her again.
She wasn't terribly impressed with that, huh?
I mean, it was a table for 2. What more does she want?
Nice shot there by Anton.
Yeah, it was a really good shot. Played with lots and lots of low English. Lots of right hand spin as well. You got to miss the 7 and the corner pocket here. He's got to judge it well. He has. Needs it to run though. Yeah, he needs some help with this. Pijus is going to oblige.
Yep. It's obviously a 2-person job. A successful rackectomy.
Yeah, a couple of surgeons in the operating theatre there.
Patient is expected to make a full recovery.
Oh. All you can say about that one is he missed it on the right side.
Complications after the surgery?
Yeah, the cut was a bit too fine, wasn't it? Now, can he stitch him up here and put him in trouble? He certainly could.
If jump cues were allowed, he'd already have it in his hand, I think. Oh, does he have a window through there?
He's looking at the potting angle to make up in that top left-hand corner. No, surely not. Wow. Sorry to use another medical pun, but he certainly threaded the needle there. I think this cuts in the side though. Yeah, we'll play this in the corner. Just a nice soft little draw.
Pijus is very considerate. He's always letting us know exactly what he's going to do. He's always pointing to the table, letting us know where he's going. Makes it easy for us to figure out what he's going to do.
I think he knows I'm commentating.
It's like, oh god, Mark's commentating. I got to draw him a map.
Yeah. Nicely done.
Pijus taking the lead yet once again, 3-2 in this race to 9. I think you're going to be trading games the whole way, which I'm all for it. I'd love to see a nice hill.
Population of the country where Pijus comes from is very, very small, and they treat their sports stars like superstars. Very close to Latvia and also Estonia. Medieval town is Vilnius.
He's made a ball on the break, and he does have a look at this one.
Yeah, he's making the wing ball, isn't he? He's not really going for the one ball. He's going for that wing ball, which was the 8 ball in that particular instance. And as you say, he's finished okay on this one ball. Cue ball naturally coming round a couple of rails. We'll be heading towards that 2 ball. There you go, just showing once again, that's where I'm going, Mark. If you want to call it.
That's a nice shot.
Good shot. Yeah, because he had to slow the cue ball down slightly. You might have seen he was just putting a little bit of inside left English on that, just to slow the pace of the cue ball slightly. A good shot.
Everything looking pretty routine from here. Stop shot on the 4. 2 rail position from the 5 to the 6. Did they just say on the speaker they're in 2 minutes they're going to have the 9-ball players meeting? We're in round 5, kind of late for the players meeting now. This is round 5 action. Neither player has a loss. The reason I say neither player has a loss, because that's another uniqueness of Derby City. It's not a traditional double elimination bracket. It's single elimination with an option for a single rebuy. So after every round, of course, the winners move on to the next round, and of the losers, of the ones that rebuy, also go on to the next round, and then all the names are shuffled up again and paired off, and matches are played. And they keep doing that all the way to the finals.
Almost like the organisers of this tournament said, right, let's take every single rule and format and just do something different to all of the other tournaments. They couldn't even decide on winner breaks.
No, winner's option. And speaking of breaking, Derby has yet another unique rule. That's the run out the set rule, which is if a player is able to break and run the entire set with your opponent never getting to the table except for the lag, then the opponent has the opportunity to try to do the same, to also break and run an entire set.
Question, Kevin.
Yes.
So imagine, so Pijus runs out the first set, Anton runs out the second set, then what?
Then they lag again, and it's determined on a single game.
Oh, they lag again. Okay.
They lag again. I see. I looked up the rules because I knew you were going to ask me that. I was prepared. Even with the old break rules, when they were doing the one on the spot and they didn't have to break from the break box, I don't think anyone's ever run out the set here at Derby. Now with the new rules, with the 9 on the spot and breaking from the break box, I would be surprised if it ever happens.
Yeah, which is a good thing, I think. That's why I do like this break. I've actually been practicing this break myself just recently, just to learn it and see what the players actually go through to experience the same sort of thing. And it really is, I mean, I'm not the best breaker anyway, but it really is a tough break. Even if you make a ball, you're rarely left with a good shot at the next ball. I think the 6 is cutting off the 1 rail kick to make it, is it? Well, maybe not.
Sure looks like it.
Yeah, I don't think he could make it. Was going for the safety option. It's gone wrong. And this just starting to slip away from the Filipino. Yeah, and you can see a little bit of frustration here. And rightly so.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for Pijus to extend his lead. He's got a good look at this 3. Position on the 4 should be pretty achievable, and from there, they're all right there for him. As long as he gets around
And
this
Pierce,
9.
he's okay. Pierce is a very, very fierce competitor. Gives his opponents absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you can definitely see that. Very intense.
Yeah, he smells blood, and he's like a dog. You know, he'll never let go of you. Once he gets a hold of you and spots a little bit of a weakness, he turns the screw even more. I think he's looking to draw off the rail here, back out into the centre of the table. Or can he just stun straight out there? Oh, he can stun out, I think. Yeah, he's okay.
Not afraid to play position for side pockets. A lot of players like to avoid side pockets, preferring to play position to the corners instead. Pijus is not afraid. He says, hey, there's 6 pockets out there. I'm going to use all of them.
Yeah, and he played that nicely as well. Probably just stop the cue ball. Slight angle. A little bit short there.
Yeah, he's left himself a bit of a tester. Kind of awkward bridging there. Handles it. 5 to 2. Race to 9.
That bridge that you just mentioned there reminds me of a shot that Roberto Gomez played in the US Open on a hill match. He was just off the rail. I interviewed him about it afterwards, actually. It took him a good 3 minutes, I would say, to play this 9-ball down the rail. He just couldn't find the right bridge. Bridging on the rail was too far away. Bridging on the bed of the table was just too close. And he must have changed his mind about 15 times, I think. And I actually interviewed him afterwards about it, and he said it was one of them freaky situations where there was just no right or wrong way to bridge. You just had to try and make the best of it. And in the end, he did make the 9-ball. Very, very interesting, though.
Yeah, I hate when you're in that in-between spot, that no man's land, if you will.
Yeah, it's a good way of describing it. No man's land, just no right or wrong way. You're just left in the wilderness. You don't know what to do. He does make the one in the side this time, and the wing ball, I think.
And he's straight in.
He's made 3 balls. 2 balls, sorry. Yeah, that 8-ball once again going in as the wing ball. The 1 ball going in the side. And a nice shot. And the 2 as well.
And he's got the 2, the 3, and the 4. All right next to each other. The hardest part about this whole rack is getting on the 5-ball, and that's really not that hard of a problem.
Yeah, I'd be very interested, though, to see how these balls are being racked, to be honest, because there's a little bit of a familiar pattern going on here. 8-ball is always the wing ball. I used to do commentary during lockdown for a company called Sharpshooter, who organised challenge matches between players in their own rooms around the world. And because pattern racking became a problem, we devised, well, my friend devised a computer program which just did random selection, and we had 32 different racks, and they were all different, and they were printed out for the players, colour coded where the balls had to be placed, and each player had to play that rack pattern, which changed every single rack. So it took all of that out of the equation.
So just let technology solve the problem.
Yeah, and it took away that predictability of the racks, which
Yep.
I'm a real fan of, because I don't want to sit here and commentate on the same pattern every single rack. It just becomes monotonously boring.
Yeah, the world is pretty much caught on to pattern racks. Yeah, pretty much anyone can spot. Hey, you're pattern racking there. No. Yeah, we're all caught on to that now. That's pretty much a thing of the past now, I think. Oh.
Well, almost scratched in the side, caught the point, almost scratched in the corner, and now has been left a very, very tricky little shot here on the 9. But he'll be happy to have a shot at all after the way that cue ball was running around the rails. Tough shot. Oh.
Puts it away, just barely, though.
And this was the shot, almost scratching in the side pocket, just catching the jaw, and then running desperately close to the corner. Made a great shot on the 9.
And what a weird phenomenon that was for a year or two, playing, pool tournaments at home through your webcams. That was the norm for a while. That was what a weird time.
Yeah, and it was a very, very good time for me, because I was busier than I'd ever been.
Right.
And it really did help catapult my name into, different countries, and I've got a lot to thank COVID for, to be honest. I mean that I don't mean it in a flippant way, of course. I know it's a very, very serious pandemic. Lots of people suffered from it.
All right, Pijus with the break. Oh, scratch.
Oh, he almost went in with his one but last shot when he made that 7 ball. This time, the snooker gods remembered. Well, it was a scratch earlier on from Anton Raga, which changed the pattern of this match. Will it change it back this time after a scratch from Labutis? Desperately needs to win this rack, and then a few more.
Yeah, he needs to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, Raga has been run ragged by Labutis, and now Raga needs to run a few racks.
Doesn't seem too concerned. He's looking like it's just business as usual. It's like, all right, Pijus, that's your spot. Now I'm going to start playing now.
A lot of the time, it's how you prepare in the chair rather than, you know, how you're playing on the table. I mean, you can do nothing about the way Pijus has played in the last few racks. Never really given Anton a chance. And all you can do when you're sat in your chair is prepare for when that chance does come. It's exactly what he's doing here. He's saying to Pijus, I'm still around. If you miss, I'm going to come back at you.
Which is exactly what he does. Narrows up that gap. Trails by 3. 6-3 in this race to 9.
Anton, going back to the pandemic, I had the pleasure of commentating on him when he was playing in his home. Fabulous player. How did you feel about those ghost matches when they were playing each other? You know, the run-outs, 15 points if you don't take ball in hand, 10 points if you take ball in hand and run out. Did you enjoy them, Kevin? Was it a case of better than nothing?
Yes and no. I mean, it was something new, it was something different, so, you know, it's always fun when something new comes along. But on the other hand, you know, it's usually from people's cell phones or webcams, and the quality is 9 times out of 10 so terrible that it makes it really hard to watch. So yeah.
Yeah, one thing it did do was make players more attacking because, you know, there was no safety options. You had to run out the table. So I think it made players a little bit more creative and a little bit more attacking. But then adversely, at the end of the pandemic, everyone had forgotten how to play safeties.
Right, that's right.
So it was an interesting time in more ways than one. But I think it overall done a lot for the game of pool. And when we all came back after the pandemic, we all came back bigger and stronger, and tournaments were springing up everywhere. So I think it was kind of a good launch pad for getting the game out there to people that may not ordinarily have actually seen the game.
Yeah, it's kind of a second renaissance for pool.
Yeah, and it's continuing as well. There's just so many tournaments. There's barely enough weeks in the year now.
Nice speed.
That's nicely played.
This looks like stop shot, stop shot, stop shot, stop shot.
Oh, stop it.
Waiting for the player on the next table, which you can almost see him in this angle.
Two in a row. And he'll trail by 2 at 6-4. It's already cost him 2 racks, that scratch. How many more will it cost the Lithuanian? Oh, yep, that's better.
Saying he was racking a little bit low. I'm no expert, but that rack looks a little low to me.
So Raga then to break them. And it's a dry one. No damage done though. I think he might have an edge on this. Nothing really threatening the pocket there. And I think he might just have an edge on this one ball. Play left hand English. Bring the cue ball back down this end of the table by the 7-3. I think he can avoid the double kiss. Might even be able to have a go at the cross bank. I don't quite know what the hold up is.
Did Pijus take a break? I don't see him.
I think he has actually. Yeah, I don't see Pijus either. I think he's taken a little break.
Alright, I think players are on break. We'll be right back. Alright, players are back from break.
Yeah, interested to see how Pijus plays this. We saw from the other angle he's got the chance of cross banking this to the corner, but yeah, I like this shot he's looking at here. Play it with some left hand English. He might even go all out for this.
Yeah, the bank is definitely on if he wants to have a go at it.
Yeah, not interested. Went for the first one that I suggested, right behind that 7-3.
That's very nicely executed.
Yeah, they say normally your first instinct is the right one, and that was the first shot that jumped out at me, to be honest. I didn't even need Pijus to point for that one. Oh, and that's a great hit.
Oh, is that going to get a bounce? Is it going to get him hooked? I think it has. That is a nice hit.
Yeah, very, very good hit that. Played to perfection. You won't see many kicks hit better than that.
I think that was all of the one ball he could see.
I wonder would he go? He's going one route. Oh, unlucky, got the double kiss. Does it pass the 8?
Yes, I do believe it passes. Oh yeah, from this angle it definitely passes.
Yeah, he's looking, isn't he, at the position to the 2. He's certainly taken a lot of time over this.
I don't think it's necessarily the 1 to the 2 that's the troubling part. I think it's the, well, maybe it is the 2, maybe it is the 1 to the 2. But I was thinking the 2 to the 3 is, I think, the what had his attention, because he had to get exactly the right angle on the 2 to drop on the right-hand side of that 3 for the 3 in that bottom left corner, is what I think he was thinking about. But, you know, I'm no mind reader, so I could be completely wrong.
Typical example, whatever he was trying to do, just all his concentration went on the positional side of it and forgot to pot the 1 ball. You must make the ball. Rule number 1.
Absolutely. Rule 1, make the ball. Does he have a window between the 2-6? He's down there staring at it like maybe there is. It's close.
Bit of a trademark with Pijus is he's a young trendy man. He wears his skinny tight jeans and he's always showing a bit of ankle. He's a bit like a daring 40s movie star, isn't he? He's teasing the ladies with a bit of ankle.
Scandalous.
He's jumping this. What a great jump that was with his playing cue. Now, if he doesn't want to go for the... Yeah, there you see, just jumping over the edge. Clever shot with the playing cue. Completely different tip, of course. Much softer, much harder to play the shot. Yeah, very nicely done. 3-7 combo.
I think that's why Pijus is so skinny. It's all the walking he does around the tables between each shot. I'd be skinny too if I did that much walking.
He burns a lot of calories, doesn't he?
Yes.
With his energy. Could be also looking at a future Mosconi team player for Europe. One of many who are fighting for a place on the illustrious Mosconi team.
So I'm 70 to 80% sure that what Pijus just did was a foul. When you let the cue ball hit the Accurac, when the Accurac is hanging over the edge of the rail like it was.
Yeah, and I almost said before he played it that rack is hanging over the edge, and I just don't, honestly, I just don't get it. Just get rid of the rack. I mean, even when it's, you know, they keep moving it around the rails as well when it's in their way for bridging. Why don't they, what is it that they just can't hang it up on a little hook or something? I'm becoming a moaning old man.
Get off my lawn.
A lot of places I play, we just have a little hook next to the ball tray where we just hook on the rack, and that's it. Done with. So stop the rot. Raga came with 2 in a row, but Pijus has restored the 3-rack lead at 7-4, just 2 away now from the magic 9.
Yeah, on paper, Anton is, you know, the favorite to win this match, but Pijus has been, it's been all Pijus this match.
Yeah, Pijus, I remember seeing the little percentages at the bottom, had a 32% chance of winning this at the start. He's now up to 83%, Raga on 17%. So this is a good performance from Pijus. And I put a lot of it down, you know, to his fighting qualities and his determination. He never gives up, gives every shot his all. He's a hard worker.
And it's showing. All right, Pijus with the break. Did the video freeze? Nope.
Didn't make the wing ball, which was the 4 ball in that case. But he did make a ball. Let's have another look at this. And the 1 ball going in the side. So it seems he's either making the 1 or the wing ball. Now then, does he go at this? I think he does. Just because of where the 3 ball is. I mean, basically it's a free shot. Needs to play with some left-hand English though to get past the 5 ball and hit that rail 2nd diamond up from the middle pocket.
He went for it. Maybe a little bit of a 2-8.
Part 2 comes into it though. That's why it was such a great shot to take on, wasn't it?
Yeah, because even if you miss, you know you're leaving something long and hopefully something difficult.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no way. I don't think he can get from 2 to 3 here. The corner pocket's in the way. He's just having a look at that. He'd have to cue this so sweetly. Well, looking at it from that angle, it might be possible. But he's looking at the safety, I think. Thin off the 2 ball. Cue ball back down to roughly where it is now. Wouldn't be a bad plan. 2 ball over behind the 5. So just imagine you're overcutting the 2 ball. He wants to attack it, doesn't he? He's itching to attack this.
Yeah, especially when you're trailing in a set, you feel like you have to make something happen. But he's not falling for the trap.
I like this better. Yeah, I like this better. I mean, it was a much easier shot, and as the great Buddy Hall used to say, play what comes easiest. If the safety is easier than making the ball, play the safe.
Can't argue with the rifleman.
I learnt that from Tony Robles.
Great player from New York who you've been doing a lot of commentating with.
Yeah, I honestly think that Tony's the most knowledgeable person in the game.
And one of the nicest.
And one of the nicest, definitely, yeah.
I don't know anybody that doesn't like Tony. Well, except maybe his opponent when he's at the table getting beat, but other than that.
Tony was a huge help to me when I was just starting out. Made me feel very welcome and at home, and taught me a lot. I've got a lot to be thankful for Tony. If you want to be the best, you've got to work with the best and spend time with the best. In whatever walk of life you are. It rubs off, doesn't it, Kevin?
If you surround yourself with brilliant people, how could you ever go wrong? So, this safety didn't go exactly according to plan, but he still hasn't left anything easy. Oh, creative safety. That's a nice shot. Creative. I like it.
I think he's going to have to go straight up and down here.
Good solid hit.
Oh, it's a good hit.
And he's getting.
What do they say?
What do they say?
You know, if you get a good hit on the ball, you've got every chance of something good happening. And there's the perfect example. Really was a good hit, wasn't it? Good solid hit.
Yeah, it was, and he's got a good result out of it. Anton, not as impressed with that as we were. Did he hit the ball?
No, he's tried to clip it really thin and missed it.
Big mistake. With Pijus only needing 2 games and giving him ball in hand. That's rough.
And he's looking to draw the cue ball as close as he can to that side pocket and just zip the cue ball between the 6 and the rail here. Changed his mind. May just use the 7 here.
That's what I was thinking. Use the 7 to slow up your cue ball, play the 4 in the side. Uh-oh, mayday. Ooh.
It's okay. Can play this with high right now, just to tempt the cue ball up towards the 5. We call this running English in the UK, or running side actually is what we say. Slight angle on the 5. He can use 2 rails here if he wants. No. Or draw it back 1. It's slightly awkward. Not sure the 6 goes, or the 7 passes the 8. So there you saw. It's going to be playing for the 7 in the side. So a little bit of a stun run through, stun follow. How well did he play that?
About as perfect as you could. I was expecting him to just kind of softly roll forward. I didn't know he was going to go forward 2 rails. But he's played it very nicely. This is going to put him on the hill.
Yeah, I like the way he strokes the ball around. Doesn't really change his stroke too much, you know. Really nice. As you say, he's on the hill. Anton Raga. Well, he really hasn't got going in this game.
Yes, the young man from Lithuania leading the Dragon from the Philippines. 4 games, 8-4 in this race to 9.
The Dragon is getting slayed. Here's keeping the Dragon tamed, under control. Locked up a few good safeties as well in this match. Trying somehow, Kevin, to get to Dungeons and Dragons, but I can't quite make it in time, so I'll leave that. I'll leave that one for now.
Pijus was just checking that the cue ball was behind the line. That's yet another, peculiar rule about Derby City. Most places we play the base of the cue ball to determine if a ball is behind the line or ahead of the line, and not at Derby. It's the entire ball must be behind the line to be considered in the kitchen, or the entire ball must be forward of the line to be considered out of the kitchen for games like one pocket, where you don't have ball in hand anywhere on the table.
It seems every day you're coming up with a new rule, Kevin.
Not me. I'm not the one that does it. I'm just the messenger.
Yeah, if you're wondering what just happened there, played a push out on the 8 ball. Wouldn't have mattered if the 8 ball dropped. You can do anything you want on a push except for scratch. Ball doesn't have to hit a rail like it usually does after striking the object ball, and your opponent does have the opportunity to put you back in if he doesn't like the shot.
I would like to add one thing about the push out, and that it must be a legal stroke. I've seen people in the past, they will call a push out and then they'll just hit the cue ball with the side of their cue stick, and that would not be a legal push out. That would be a ball in hand foul. So I've seen it happen. So a push out must be a legal stroke. But other than that,
must be made with the tip of the cue, obviously.
Yes.
I don't know whether you're familiar with those 2 Chinese chaps that post videos with crazy shots and cheating and sharking and all that kind of thing. They really are a funny couple. I put a lot of their videos on my Facebook page. Feel free to go and have a look at them. They really are funny guys, and what made me think of that was when hitting with the side of the cue, that he does quite a few of those shots as well.
I will have to check that out.
Oh, they're hilarious. And talking about videos and going online, of course, there's lots and lots of content on Railbirds TV.
Yeah, we're going to have plenty of matches from the Derby City coming up. We've already posted a bunch, but there's a bunch more to come. The best is still yet to come. They're just going to keep getting... The matches are just going to keep getting better and better from here. If Pijus gets good on this 4, then I would go so far as to say it's all over. Key shot here.
It's a little bit awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he ended up dead straight. Well, he's close to the pocket, so even if he is straight, he can still cheat the pocket to one side or the other to manufacture an angle.
Yeah, this is a great shot.
He's hit that perfectly. Nice shot there by Pijus.
Yeah, he just pointed at the rail with his tip, as he does a lot, and that's exactly where he pointed the tip of the cue. Brilliant shot. And I think overall, you have to say this is a well-deserved victory for the man from Vilnius in Lithuania. One of the Baltic states.
Yeah, it looks like Anton's over there packing up already. Is he conceding?
Yeah, I would stop playing right now.
Yeah, I would absolutely take that as a concession. I would
stop playing right now. Yeah, I would as well. I don't like it when players do that.
Yeah, that's absolutely a concession. I would shake his hand right now.
Yeah, so would I.
And he does. He concedes. All right, Pijus Labutis defeating the Dragon from the Philippines 9-4. What a match that Pijus played. Just never really gave Anton much of a chance. It's been all Pijus this match. Played great. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Kevin Ross along with Mark White. Got plenty more matches coming up for you guys. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out. And until the next one, see you guys.